Hello. Um, I wanted to talk about something that's been happening now for a bit. Um, so I ended up having to move to Florida from Virginia. Um, didn't have to move that far really, but I chose to. And I chose to because, sorry, I'm a little tired. Um, I chose to move that far because it seemed sensible. Uh, Now, my parents were not great people. I had planned on, you know, staying with them because a long time ago, me and my siblings had a discussion that because I hated them the least, I would be caring for them as they age. And after my divorce, I moved in with my parents. And I thought, well, there's no real sense in me moving out because by the time I do, I'll only have to move back in. Sorry, my hair's being stupid. I know it looks like I have a receding hairline. It's just that it's shiny. Um, I've been working with my hair, trying to grow it out. And as I've grown it out, I've noticed it has some wave to it. And that didn't used to exist before. Consequence of growing older. Um, but yeah, I in that process, I've noticed my father has become more aggressive, and he just seemed to want to blame everything on me, which isn't cool. Um, so generally, I just stayed in my room, worked, stayed out of their way, but then they complained that was, I don't know, I don't know. But my dad always has to have somebody else to blame for his own actions, and that was me. It always has been. Even when I was younger, like he'd break something and then pay me to take the blame for it. No joke. Um, and so I would say about a year and a half ago now, not this past December, the previous one, my dad was flipping out and carrying on. And there's no Baker Act in Virginia, but I still had the police come and get him. And instead of doing the right thing, they didn't even hold him for 24 hours. They didn't have him evaluated and they sent him back. Um, and I tried to get them to hold him for 72 hours. I talked with the magistrate and I said, "What's he going to have to do? Kill somebody?" She rolled her eyes and told me there was nothing she could do and then walked away from the counter. Fast forward to a year after that, this past December, he pulled my mom by her hair and punched her in the back, in the center of the back, like right below the shoulder blades. Mm-hmm. They were arguing over a rug, and somehow that deserved that action. Um, and in between those two times, my mother, ever since I moved back, was telling me that she doesn't love my father anymore. She wanted a divorce, and my dad was encouraging me to take her out on town because he was tired of driving her everywhere because he doesn't trust her driving, and he wanted us to have girls' time. I'm not much of a girly girl, but sure, I'll take her out shopping, get her nails done, whatever. Sorry, I have a band-aid. Um, and all she wants to do is complain about my dad. So, of course, I get tired of it and I go, "Mom, look, if you want to divorce him, divorce him. Go to a lawyer, file some paperwork. But on what grounds are you going to divorce him?" "Well, he's mean to me." "Okay, how do you prove that? How do you prove that?" well, I don't know. I said, she goes, well, he's mentally abusive. I said, that's even harder to prove in court. Yeah, he's verbally abusive. Yeah, he's mentally abusive. But those things you can't prove in court. I said, but you know what? I know he hits you, Mom. I know he does. I've seen him throw tools and land them. All you have to do is when he hits you, you call the police, you make a report, and then it's an at-fault divorce. Mind you, this is nothing new. This isn't something that a friend wouldn't be able to tell her. This isn't something that you couldn't just Google, right? This isn't something that a lawyer also wouldn't tell you. I'm just tired of the bullshit, right? And I guess that's really the only thing she heard, because a few months after that is when that incident occurred, and I was up in my room, directly above where all of this was going on, mind you. I had an appointment that I've been waiting for a year. I'm just getting ready for my appointment. And I come out the front door and there are 5 police cars in the driveway. Like, well, crap, now I can't make it to my appointment. But my dad is blaming me for calling the police. Bro, I didn't even know what was going on. I just heard argument, thought it would blow over like it always does. Turns out, after he hit her, she went out on the front porch and called the police. I don't know if she came back in or not, but the police arrived and my father was holding a loaded rifle, told the police to get the fuck out of his house and no, he wasn't going to put it down because this is his property and they need to leave. Holding a loaded weapon. Turns out it was my mom's firearm, the one that's in her name. And so when I asked her about that, I said, Mom, what did you think he was going to do with that rifle? I don't know. Well, why was it your rifle he was holding? He has more than you in that safe. Why was it yours that he was holding? Oh, he said I left it out and he was cleaning it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I had been down there. There was no rifle out. If there was, I would have put it away myself. No. And then also, why was it loaded? Mom, there's only 2 options here. Do you know what those are? No. Think for a minute. What do you think they are? I don't know. He was going to shoot you. He was going to lure you back in the house and shoot you with your own gun. And then claim that, well, he didn't do it. It's not his gun. Or the second option is he was going to end himself and maybe try to frame you because it's your weapon. Those are the only options. Those are the only reasons he wouldn't use his own gun. Okay? Well, I don't know. Well, I do. I do. And then he couldn't be at the house. He violated the protective order twice. Once to scream at me in front of where my mom was getting her hair done. He went into the shop where she was getting her hair done, claiming that she was having money issues and didn't offer to pay though, and they only take cash or check, not card. Oh yeah, and he drained the bank account even though like it said in the protective order he wasn't allowed to do that. And just was harassing everybody over the phone, screaming, told me that I should be dead face down in a ditch. Neat. Like I said, blames me for all of it. I slept in my car while it was snowing because I couldn't be there because he kicked me out. cool. Do you know how cold it is in the middle of winter when it's snowing? Cars are not well insulated. I didn't really sleep much. And then, of course, all this court proceedings and whatnot. And I tried to prove my mother unfit. However, I couldn't get appointments fast enough. We went to the ER. They found calcification of the blood vessels within her brain. I went to see her with her PCM, her primary care. They made a referral for a neurological appointment, but those are a year out, and this is now. You know, the soonest I could get was in May. So now it's actually in a few days. I'm quite certain she's going to find something horrific. And though I can't have any empathy at this point, because, yeah, she ended up dropping all charges. It's been going on a long time. He not only has abused her, but he has abused all of his children as well. And her taking him back, I just can't forgive. I just can't. Me and my siblings have talked, and we all give it a year before he just straight up murders her. I mean, if it's already gotten to that point, it's not going to decrease. This is going to embolden him. And we told my mother that. She just doesn't have any sense, I guess. And he can't tolerate, her forgetfulness, her behaviors, her declining mental status. So the man has no empathy. He never has. So I can't see this going well. And so when she dropped those charges, I went right next door in the courthouse and asked for a protective order for myself for a week. And I packed all of my things. My brother packed all of his things, and we moved to Florida. The further away, the better. My sister did that when she was 18. She moved out to Arizona and then out to Washington State when my parents tried to chase her down and move out to New Mexico so they could be grandparents. She wanted none of that. Well, that and her husband, had a job that travels. So, she told them, not a good idea. We might not be staying here. And they did it anyway. And then she moved, and then they were mad about it. Why would you move? You own your house. Why would you even do that? I don't know. But they ended up moving back into their house in Virginia. And so me and my brother just moved far. Just get the fuck away. Right? I'll never forgive them. I won't. Why would I forgive an abuser? And both of them were abusive toward me, so. And my mother literally betrayed all of us. My sister said she felt so foolish for flying all the way out there to support her, only for my mother to take him back. What was the point? So yeah. I just don't understand. And even if I did, that wouldn't make it okay. So, yeah. I mean, and my aunts, his sisters, they were like, why would you do this? I'm like, I didn't do any of this, by the way. But they still blame me. And I'm like, but I told you guys a year ago that this was going to happen. I told you that a year ago, literally a year ago. The previous Christmas, I had him go get help. You didn't see this coming. I told you this was coming. Like, read the patterns. It's not hard to figure out. And this has been quite the quest, moving, getting my car registered, and new license, and changing over my address, and transferring my CNA with reciprocity from Virginia to Florida. Has just been a slog. So being unemployed has sucked. And I tried to pick up like some other like whatever job that I could, but jobs aren't exactly great anywhere. But hey, at least I'm near the beach again. And there's a lot more retirement communities down here, so I do have that advantage having a CNA, which just got approved just a few days ago. Mind you, I put it in, it was like March 13th, I think is what it says on the website, is when it was like submitted. And then last month they were only on applications for February 17th. So I was like, oh great, it's going to be another month. But it seems like they kicked it in high gear and they finally got to mine. Yeah. I still haven't unpacked everything. I mean, because it's not just my stuff, it's also a lot of my daughter's stuff, But what is killing me is that last year, around this time, it was a full year ago almost now, I was in a really depressive state and had to go inpatient and seek help. Unfortunately, my 9mm was in my car at the time, and of course they ask if you have any weapons. I admitted yes, I have one in my trunk. So the police officer took it, even though I had no intention of using it. However, I have to go through court proceedings to get my gun rights back, even though I didn't commit a gun crime. The judge just wants to make sure that I'm going through therapy and, taking medication and doing well. I get that. But dude, you don't understand how expensive therapy is. However, I have a court date for that here this week. So I have to travel all the way back to Virginia. And my parents want me to stay with them. I would rather swan dive into a chipper shredder. Yeah. But I'm going to. Because I'm gonna go take some of my things back, like my vacuum, some of my hangers, because I had really nice ones for pants. Some of my jackets. I don't need them here, but I also don't need them to have them. And like, some other random things. I already took all of my own pictures off of the fridge because I am no longer their child. And they no longer deserve their titles of mother and father. They haven't for a long time, but like this is really that nail in the coffin. And so when my mother gets her results back and it shows calcification of major blood vessels within the brain, I'm just gonna wait. because at some point they're going to ask me to come back and take care of them. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm the black sheep. Everybody blames me for everything all the time, even though all I do is support them. Hold them together, negotiate in between them, not just with my immediate family, but my extended family as well. And they all see me as this horrible person, right? What? Okay. They mainly don't like me because I'm brutally honest. I'm so sorry that you don't like my honesty. Suck on it. I'm not going to be like the rest of you and act nice to your face and stab you in the back as soon as you're not looking. I'm not that person. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I told one of my aunts that her hair, she was like, oh, I'm thinking about changing it, but I really like this. I'm like, no, you should change it. And she goes, well, why? I'm like, has nobody told you that you have a mullet? She, I guess, didn't like that, but literally it was. It was like feathered on top and short and then long in the back. It's a mullet. After that, she stopped sending me birthday cards. Okay, sis, but you changed it and it looks nice, and everybody said that it looked better. Okay. Your pee-pee's hurt? Sorry. Should I be sorry though? But yeah, they're going to ask me to help them. They're going to ask me to care for them. They don't want to go to a retirement home. They want to be in their home. And the only way to do that is to have an assistant. I was willing to do that for free. Why do you think I got a CNA? Didn't have that before I moved in your home. Did you not think that I was, ahead of the game? Probably not. So if they dare to ask me to care for them, what should I say, right? Should I tell them no? Rot in your own filth? Seems pretty reasonable, right? Here's the thing, though. I'll say yes. Do you know why? Because everybody thinks I'm a terrible person. I will go right back there and care for them, never lay a malicious finger on them. I will do that job and I will do it well. And then, as they're going from this ethereal realm, maybe I'll just whisper in their ear, no one loves you, myself included. You were horrible to me, and no one will cry at your funeral except out of relief. Do you know what a terrible person you are? Well, you're about to find out. Goodbye. Because I know what a death rattle sounds like. Oh, yeah. But no, I'll never hurt them. No. Because that's what everybody expects. And when I come out of it, and everybody goes, oh my God, you're actually a good fucking person, I'll be like, no shit. No shit. Good of you to recognize it. Hi, this has always been me. I don't know why you think you need to paint me in black, but maybe you should step back and take a look in the fucking mirror. You treated me like shit. Fuck yourself. Oh no. No. Look who was always right. Oh no. Fuck yourself. You know, you have to be what you want to see in the world. And I want the world to be a better place. I want the world to be more compassionate. I want to leave this realm better than I found it, right? This is the way you do that. I don't have to be a doormat. I don't have to take the shit. But look, there's only so much you can do. You can't change other people's perceptions. Untrue. Perception's reality, baby. And so, yeah, I've had a lot of bullshit going on. But you just gotta play the long game. You just gotta know for yourself who you are. And I know who I am. I'm a good person. I really am. Just people make me want to do bad things. You know what I'm saying? I would never do those things, even though it would be really easy to get away with. But you gotta know things. You gotta know how to play the game. You gotta know how to be like 5 steps ahead. And so that's what I'm doing. I know I'm not wrong. I know I'm doing the right thing. But it does feel bad. Even though I know I did everything right. Even the Attorney General told me I was doing the right thing. Even the victim's advocate told me I was doing the right thing. My sister, even though she screamed at me to get the fuck out, told me I did the right thing. Okay. My brother told me I did the right thing. My mother, at one point, was appreciative. Only for like a day, though. Like, guys, come on now. I just don't get it. I just don't get it how I can do the right thing and be the good person and still be the fucking black sheep. Right? Right. And now my parents are playing nice again. Like we're friends suddenly. That's my dad's thing, right? He'll scream at you, make you fucking angry, walk away, and then no less than 5 minutes later walk back acting all goofy and jokey, like he didn't just piss you the fuck off, and acts like nothing is wrong, and then gets mad at you again if you're not happy with him. Fucking psycho. So yeah, no, I know this game. It's an abusive little game, and I'm not going to play it. The only reason I'm going to stay at their house is so that I don't have to use their money for a hotel. That's it. It's a place to put my head for a night. There is a slight fear in me that I do that and he just shoots me in the fucking head in my sleep. Yeah. And it's not an unfounded fear because when the court ordered that he couldn't go back to the house if the weapons were still there, my mom let him in the house and let him help her move the weapons. What the fuck? What the fuck? He still has access to all of them. What the fuck? I think he's probably going to take her out this fall to go deer hunting and just shoot her in the back of the head. She'll be missing for a couple of days before he reports it, and it wouldn't be surprising. It just wouldn't. I just it's an ongoing situation. It's still somewhat tenuous because I know he's playing the goofy, haha, forgive me, but I'm not going to forgive him. And I just, ooh, man. It's a lot. It's a lot of a lot. And I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm getting blamed for it. Fucking what? Yeah. At one point I asked my mother, like, I just blatantly told her, I didn't even ask her. Why is he blaming me for his actions? I didn't hit you. I didn't abuse you. I didn't call the police. Why am I getting blamed for all of this? She, well, I don't know. Yeah, you do. Because he has to have somebody to blame. That's why my brother moved out with me, because he said, well, if you're gone, then I'm the fucking next target, and I'm not playing that game. It's like, no, I don't blame you. Yeah. So now they have nothing but each other. Wonder how that's going. Every time I call and I ask my mom, how's it going? Fine. Because he's right there. It's never good or great or well. It's always fine. Because you can't say bad. And it's certainly not good. Yeah. But I get to walk back into hell in a few days. Isn't that going to be lovely? God have mercy on my soul. God gives his hardest challenges to his greatest soldiers. You gonna give me wings when I get up there? Maybe a sword? Spear? I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I've been through a lot. Not just this, but like, can I remember anything good? Not much. Shit. But hey, if I go to hell, just give me a pitchfork. I would like to work. And if I make it to heaven, like I said, give me a sword or something, because, like, I'm driven. Yeah, my head fucking hurts now. It gives me a migraine just, like, thinking about this shit. I do need to talk to a therapist, but I just got healthcare and I don't think it covers that. Like, I wish it did, but it's like state healthcare, so I don't think it really covers it. But yeah, I've been trying to work on my stress management, and I just, how to eat an elephant one bite at a time. And it's just a lot of stress, and I'm trying. I really am. I'm just think I need some different meds. Because my anxiety, man, I mean, the medication I'm taking was working just fine before all of this, but I even upped the dose while all of this was happening because, like, clearly I needed to. And then I also got another prescription for anxiety because I, talked to my doctor about this, and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you some additional medication. I'm like, I would appreciate it. Thank you. But, like, anytime I think about this stuff, just like I can feel my heart in my throat. Which is why I'm not talking so great right now. Whew. It was a lot. It's still a lot. And, like, it wasn't necessarily all that traumatic for me, but it was a very high stress situation where I felt like I was just gonna, get some Letasil into the temple at any point. Yeah. And now having to go back there. I'd rather be vivisected. I mean, it's gonna feel about the same. So, all this to say, I'm very stressed. But I also wanted to just kind of go over what happened. Because it is good to sort of, map this stuff out. I hope you can hear me okay, because I put my mic right here. That way it would be at least close enough, but not, like, breathy. Yeah. And I put some slightly yellow light because my walls are an ugly color of gray. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. Yeah, it's been like half a year. Feels like nothing at all, though. It feels like a rock that just dropped from the sky on top of me, and I'm still, like, under it. Like, struggling to get out, but, like, still there. Yeah, I'm just waffling at this point, so I hope nobody else has to deal with this kind of bullshit. Like, I'm sure there are other people, but, like, I don't know, man. Because this is a lot. What do I say when they go, we need your help, we need you to care for us? Ain't that about a bitch? You need me suddenly. Well, you need me, but I don't need you. That's mean. Ain't it? How's it taste? Because I already know. But no, I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to be the bigger person. You don't owe them anything. I owe them a lot. Got some things to pay back, but I won't. You know? I'll be free when they're dead. But I won't make that happen. I'll just let nature. I am not God. I'm not karma. I don't have to do anything. So I won't. I'll just be the good person I'm supposed to be. It's not hard. It takes no effort. Holding on to a grudge takes effort, but I'm good with that. Oh. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. You should always forgive. Some people don't deserve it. You should be kind. It's a kindness not to give them back what they've given me. So no, I'm good. I'm gonna keep being good. Yeah. Cause ain't it about a bitch what's gonna happen, right? Ain't it though? I ain't gotta do nothing. I'm good. Yeah. No. See, I ain't gotta play games. I just gotta know how to navigate them. And I'm doing good. Oh, thanks. It's kind of like when people treat you bad. See, that's the thing. You ain't gotta be bad back to them. No. Let them trip themselves up and just report it. That's all. Because people like that always are going to be like that. And they're always going to treat you bad. But they're always going to be that way. And they're going to trip themselves up eventually. And all I have to do is be there to witness it. I ain't got to do nothing. No. Karma catches a bitch. My name ain't Karma. I'm just a witness. I ain't gotta lay a bad hand on nobody. God helps those who help themselves. So I help myself. I ain't gotta deal with your foolish ass. I just, no, I'm good. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. No, go ahead and start. Go ahead. Give you the first shot. Better make it count, though. No. I ain't gotta do shit. But yeah, when I get that call, I still haven't fully decided. Other than, no, I'll be the good person. I'll be the good I want to see in the world, I'm just not quite there. But don't worry. I'm always the beacon for everybody else. I'm always the rock. I got this. I always got this. So no need to worry. I know how to play the game. And I'm going to be playing that game. And I'm going to do my duty. And I'm going to do it well. I ain't got nothing to worry about. That's what I'm trying to amp myself up a little bit. But it's true. So, it is what it be. And I'm going to be good. Just watch. Yeah. So, if you got stuff that you worried about, don't. Only worry about the things that are within your control, that you have the ability to choose. Because if you don't have the ability to choose, then it's not in your control. And the only thing we have in this world is our choices. We only have control over ourselves, not others. So present yourself well, and you can influence others, but you can't control them. However, perception is reality, so you might want to make a good first impression, just saying. And make good choices. Try to look ahead and see where those choices lead. Try to have a future plan, that way you have a direction to go. And it's as simple as that. But, one good thing my father did say: be good or be good at it. Baby, I'm good at it. Next time.